We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set, kill it, 20! 56! I don't even know why this team's showing.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
In your face. 19. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On second down, it's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Easy. Check 43. Hey, 70.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 56. Let's go, D. Zebra. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On third down, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
56 reload.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And he's gonna take this all the way down to the Seahawks 22.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a first and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Second and 12 at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
Blue 60. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill. Shit.
On second down now. It's Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
180. Check 56. There's a party now.
On third down, Elliott. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Check it back. 21. Safe. Check. Crunch. 36. Hey, check it out.
A give to Elliott running left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on third and 13. Back to throw, Stafford. He's got the hookup with Conley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Double dog. That's the way. Alert.
Now Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Getting the the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Alert! Lucky.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
14. Gun. 56, right there. 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
After the interception, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. But it'll be 2nd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Wide, get wide. Hatchet. I'll go special.
On 1st down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's got Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with...
This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I think they want to start getting... back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Just like that. Hey, Charlie, 56.
Now it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Stafford. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Switch gears.
To throw again on second down. Wilson steps away to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep. Monday.
To throw is Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he able to avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Right there, 56. Check.
On second down, here's Penny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Slam. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Run left. Motion, alert. Motion man. Put your hands on him. Zoom. Motion man. Cut.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quan Alexander in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Go. Friday. Hey, alert. Gun. Hey, easy.
Now Wilson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Move 15. 12. Watch the slip.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 10-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, the rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check 13. Check.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll run him with Elliott. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they